Hello everyone, my name is NuttyNu and I'm gonna read you guys Alaska 2020-80. This is what not what everybody's been protesting, but for lately this is what people have been protesting. This is actual document of what 2020-80 is. So, give you guys a brief summary. Back the Blue do not want this because they support APD. And then a lot of BLM, Black Lives Matter, they want this, which is to like defund strike the blue. I will read most of this, so this might be a long video, so feel free to take some notes and join me. Anchorage, Alaska, AO number 2020-80. An ordinance of the Anchorage Assembly amending Anchorage Municipal Code to enact and codify limitations on the Anchorage Police Department's uses of force policy. Whereas there is great public interest across the nation in police department policies and procedures, and whereas the Anchorage Police Department policies and procedures include Section 3-05-025, response to resistance, quote, setting forth guidelines and limitations concerning the appropriate and acceptable use of deadly and non-deadly force by police officers in performance of their duties with the safety of innocent persons and officers of paramount importance, and whereas enacting restrictions and limitations on APD officers' use of force and response to resistance of Anchorage Municipal Code. Sorry for my pronunciation. I always have a hard word pronouncing that. Municipal Code. Let me read that last sentence. Whereas enacting restriction of limitations on APD's officers' use of force in response to resistance in the Anchorage Municipal Code, which will establish them as public policies vetted and supported by the Anchorage Assembly. The legislative branch of the municipality provide consistency and transparency of the prohibited method of restraint and force, and require an ordinance and public hearing to modify by code amendment. And whereas this ordinance proposed codifies some restrictions and limitations that are systemically similar to the ones in the current APD policies and procedure, with the addition of a prohibition of sitting, kneeling, and standing on a person. Now, therefore, the Anchorage Assembly Ordinance, Section 1, Anchorage Municipal Code, Chapter 8-100 is hereby amended and a new section added to read as follows. Chapter 8.100, Fees for Police Departments, Policy Service. 8-100-20, Processing Federal Firearm Forms. 8-100-030, Police Use of Force in Response to Resistance, Guidelines and Limitations. A. Law enforcement officers are prohibited from using the following tactics in response to non-compliances or resistance. 1. Warning shot. 2. Shooting at or from moving vehicle. 3. Shooting when innocent bystanders are near the line of fire so as to create a substantial risk of harm. Next page. 4. Drawing and pointing weapons unless deadly force is authorized by police department policy. 5. Use of firearm to destroy animal. 6. Unless deadly force is authorized, necessary, and objectively reasonable under their circumstance, and only used as long as needed to protect others and separate the arrestees from others. A. This is 6A. 6A. Any chokeholds with or without a device that restricts a person's airway or flow of air. 6B. Any vascular neck 6B. Any vascular neck restraints that restricts the flow of blood by compressing the carotid arteries on each side of the neck. 6C. Striking a person's head or neck with an impact weapon or object. No weapons, no objects. 7. Sitting, kneeling, or standing on the chest or back of a person in manner that compress the diaphragm for longer than reasonable necessary to restrain the person. B. Under no circumstance shall deadly force be authorized against a person in handcuff or restrained to similar extent by any device. Non-deadly force may be used to prevent imminent bodily harm to officers or others, prevent escape, or physically remove or arrestee detain. Section 2. This ordinance shall be effectively immediately upon passage and approved by the Anchorage Assembly. Passed and approved by the Anchorage Assembly by this day of this month, year. Clerk, Chairman. So, what does this mean? So, let me start with the people that want this to happen. So, for the most part, BLM group, they want this to happen. And it's not really defunding the cop. It's not really defunding APD. It's more of changing their policy. So, all the stuff that I just read to you guys, warning shots, etc., etc., they want those to be the new policy. So they want the warning shots. They want officers to shoot a warning shot first before they actually shoot the suspect. So if a suspect is coming at you with a gun, or the suspect is coming at the officer with a gun, let's pretend I'm an officer. I'm going to pretend I'm APD for a second. This is just pretending. I cannot shoot a warning shot if the bad guy's coming at me with a gun. Or I must shoot a warning shot first before I shoot him. That's what they want. Shooting at or from moving vehicles. I can no longer shoot at or from moving vehicle. We're having a police chase, the guy's shooting me. I can't shoot back like those awesome videos you guys see. Shooting when innocent bystanders are nearby. So there's innocent bystanders, I can't shoot them. Or if the bad guy has a hostage, I can't shoot. Those are all scenarios, guys. These are just scenarios. You can make your own crazy scenarios. 4. Drawing and pointing weapons. So I cannot draw and point my weapon unless deadly force is authorized by police department policy. Use of firearm to destroy ammo. Anchorage Police Department can no longer use firearm to destroy ammo. This is crazy because they have to do that when, let's say, a bear might be attacking a crowd, or let's say, I see this a lot, a motorized vehicle hit a moose and the moose is no longer able to survive on itself, but it's still alive. The APD will most likely shoot them to kill the animal to put them out of stress. I totally see that reasonable. I'm a hunter. I understand that's totally fine. 6. Using deadly force to authorize unnecessary and objectively any chokeholds. Can't use chokehold. I can't do all that stuff. You can't be sitting, kneeling. So this is what a good majority of BLM group want. They want this new policy for APD. I didn't see them wanting dash cam, or I didn't see them have on the policy APD should wear body cam. I support body cams. Yes, I support body cam. If we're gonna put money into this, or if we're gonna defund them, we have to at least fund them with body cams. APD should have dash cam, which some of them do, I think. And all APD officers, state troopers, should wear body cams. Fire departments too, because I'm sure fire department records some pretty gnarly stuff. They should wear body cam because it protects the innocents and it also protects them. So it's a win-win for everybody. I'm a videographer. I understand the power of camera. everybody understands power camera. So this is what that group want. Now the guys that are saying back the blue, they don't want this. They don't want to defund the police. They don't think that we need this. And and here's some things I will agree. Warning shot. No, you should not do warning shot. APD should not fire warning shot. That's actually more dangerous. Why would you fire a warning shot into the air or wherever you might shoot? That's really bad. Shooting at from moving vehicles. I think APD, if they have the proper training, there are some folks do have the proper training that are able to drive and also shoot. There's tons of videos online where you guys can actually see the body cams of some officer where they're actually doing pursuit and they're shooting from their windshield, through their windshield. So yes, with the proper training, that's totally fine. But again, you know, sometimes there are some public risks. Shooting when innocent bystanders are near the fire line. Obviously, that's up to the officer's judgment. You know, Back the Blue also says, you know, drawing and pointing weapons. I think officers should draw and point their weapon if another weapon is present. If the bad guy has a weapon, yes, officer has the right to draw the weapon. Now, if the bad guy has their hands up, then yeah, you don't need to draw your weapon. Maybe a taser or something. 5. Use a firearm to destroy ammo. I totally support that. No, I totally disagree. I think APD should use the firearm to destroy ammo when there's a threat. We live in Alaska. There might be a bear threat. A bear might be charging a family. Yeah, go ahead and take the bear down. A moose might have been hit. And I don't know how that came upon the policy. What does that have to do with the whole policy? Because when was the last time you guys see APD abuse their force of firearms on animals? I don't see APD going around shooting innocent animals. Most of the time, they shoot animals because they have to. So I don't see how that jumped onto the policy here. Back the Blue supports sitting, kneeling, standing on chest. You know, whatever it takes to get the resisting criminal into restraint. So guys, I'm not gonna form an opinion. I'm just here to read you guys what AO 2020-80 is, guys. This is what AO 2020 is. So if you guys go and vote whatever, and you guys are wondering what AO 2020 is, it's the whole defund the police, which really isn't defunding them. It's more of changing their policy. Because defunding the police would be like, let's put less officers on the street. Let's give them less rides or less money for their vehicles. Let's give them less money for their guns or budget for their spending. That's what really defunding is. What this really is more of changing the policies and more kind of reforming their ways of things. And honestly, it's not bad. I mean, there's some things that could be changed, guys. I'll be honest. There's some things that could be changed. What I would like to see in the English Police Department is definitely body cams, because I love body cams. I love seeing... with body cams, there's a right and wrong. I mean, you can see what happened and what didn't happen. There's so many police videos out there, body cam police video out there, that if it wasn't recorded, we would have such a different perspective that, oh, the bad guy was the right one. But reality-wise, when they showed the camera, the bad guy was wrong and the police was wrong. Vice versa. So I would like to see body cams on this. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This is what Alaska AO 2020-80 is. 2020-80, just remember that. This is what that is, guys. This is to kind of like defund the police, if you want to say. So let me know in the comments if you guys think, if you guys support it or if you guys don't support it, or if you guys are in the middle and you guys think that all the lists should be kind of changed differently. Like, for example, I gave you guys my opinion, the warning shots. No, I don't support that. Blah, blah, blah. Let me know what you guys think should be changed, or if you guys support any of these lists here of 1 through 6, 1 through 7. And I believe this is available online. So if you guys want to take the time to read this, you guys are more than welcome to. search it up on Google's. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and please be nice in the comment section below, and also be open-minded, guys, because the only way we can make this cohesively work is one side is willing to talk to each other and make things tingle and work, guys. When one side is just talking, yelling, and one side's trying to talk and not talk and work together, that's when we don't have a solution. So if you guys want to create a solution, come together, talk it out, and make it work. Peace out. See you later.